Hi, I'm Lorraine. Welcome to the District Yoga. Today's restorative practice, you're going to need one bolster and one blanket. We're going to start just by rolling up the blanket. We're going to have it prepped for us when we use it. So just find a long roll. I like to start with kind of a rectangular shape. If you have a large bath towel, it's just typically one fold. And then just start to roll that up in this nice long, kind of slimmer roll. It's not extremely thick, depending on your blanket or your towel. Probably a couple inches of diameter there. If you ever need to unravel it when we're using it, you're more than welcome to. I'll give that cue when we're there. I just have an extra blanket. I always like to have an extra if I have it available. So set that roll off to the side. We're going to start first with the bolster. So go ahead and come to a seated straddle. So your seated straddle, it's not going to be super wide, maybe just a little bit wider than your hips. And then I like to have the handle of the bolster at the bottom of my mat, just so I don't get an imprint in my forehead of that logo there. And then we're going to lean the bolster off at an angle, and you're going to kind of work with it. You want to just make sure it's not slipping too much. If it is slipping, put a blanket underneath it so that it has a little bit of resistance there. And then just go ahead and lean forward. Set the forehead onto that bolster. And then just let the arms either fall down to the earth, palms down, or maybe onto the shins or the ankles. Just allow yourself to land. Just allowing the forehead, again, to feel the support of that end of the bolster. And just let yourself arrive here. Letting the arms be super relaxed, maybe even heavy. Letting the head just be completely supported by that bolster or the pillow that you're using. And then depending on where you're coming from, whether you're doing this practice at the beginning of your day, the middle, or maybe the end, I want you to just kind of let the thoughts start to creep out. Not trying to change them, not necessarily trying to shift them, but almost seeing if you can envision the thoughts seeping into the support underneath your head. As if it was like a vacuum to clear your head, to clear your mind. You might start to notice the breath, not trying to change it, just noticing its natural rhythm. And I like this shape as a starter because sometimes, depending on where we're coming from, we might need a couple moments just to find that shift. Give yourself the space, the permission to do that. Allowing yourself to be completely supported by that bolster or whatever prop you may be using today. And allowing this sense of ease to just wash over our minds, to wash over our physical body. In this practice, you might notice yourself start to drift. And I simply welcome you to stay gently aware. easefully present here. Maybe a gentle unclenching of the jaw. A relaxing through the head and the neck. Connecting back with that calm breath. Noticing those thoughts just gently slip away and into the support of your bolster. You might even feel this sense of lightness through the head. See if you can indulge in that. You might feel the body getting a little heavy. This sense of ease washing over you. From wherever you are, go ahead and take one more full inhale, signaling a change is about to come as you exhale. Slow as you need, as if you're moving through honey. Bring the hands to each side of that bolster. We're going to move very, very gently out of this. Just gently start to lift the head up and off of that support. Maybe the eyes coming to gently open. We'll scoot that off to the side. We will use it a bit later. Just scoot the hips forward. We're going to first come to a constructive rest. So just allow yourself to lay onto your back, bending through the knees. Bring the feet wide. If you're on a mat, maybe as wide as your mat. If you're not, that's okay. Just bring the feet wider than the hips and let the knees just knock in towards each other. Maybe one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Take a couple moments here. Finding an ever so gentle, easy transition. Just a couple moments, again, staying gently present. Maybe this sense of lightness carrying through. Taking one more deep inhale. Ever so gently letting that release. Heel toe the feet back towards each other. The knees lift up. We're going to slowly grab that roll. So however this may look for you, if you don't want to get up, you don't have to. Just grab that roll and slide it towards the top of your mat. If you do need to get up, just slowly lift your upper body up. We're going to find that roll towards the top edge of our mat. We're going to let the shoulders just fall off of that gently. If you need to move any blocks or bolsters out of the way, because we're going to let the arms come out wide. So our shoulders are gently falling off of that roll. We find a little gentle tug or a gentle opening through the chest. A nice sensation of a back bend. If ever you felt that opening was just too much sensation, go ahead and unravel the roll or come off of that roll just a little. to find your degree that feels comfortable. Again, we just want this gentle sensation of heart opening, nothing too big. Once you get there, arms wide, head maybe on the mat, or if you had that extra support for your head, maybe you bring that blanket underneath your head. I think I am going to do that. Slowly adjusting. I'm going to fold mine and place it just ever so gently underneath my head if you had it. The other option, again, to unravel the roll. Once you're there, let the legs extend back out long and just find yourself easing into this shape. Landing where you are today. And ever you need to adjust, feel free. Sometimes we start into a shape and it feels okay. But if you felt like you still wanted to unravel that roll, you absolutely could. Finding this gentle sense of opening through the front body. And this wonderful support underneath the spine. We touch into that upper spine, that thoracic spine. Finding your way back to a gentle, easeful breath. A soft belly, a soft mind, feeling that connection to the earth, and giving yourself permission to be completely supported by that roll underneath you. Still noticing your gentle, easeful breath. One last deep bottom belly breath in. Gently exhale that breath out. We're going to slowly start to bend one knee at a time, planting one foot at a time onto the mat. And from here, we're going to ever so gently just bring both hands to the roll, press through the feet, and gently wiggle that roll down to the middle back. So not quite your low back. Once you get there, adjust as you need, and then extend the legs out if that was calling your name again. You could keep the support underneath your head if you took it there. Let the arms fall wide, moving away from that opening of the heart space, and now towards that middle back. A nice series of back bends, but ever so gentle. Here we land, really in between the thoracic, but not quite the lumbar spine. We'll get there next. Not as much of a heart opener, but still a gentle opening through the front body, through the space of the abdomen, the belly. See if you can relax in. Seeing if you can even relax through the arms, down through the wrist, and even the fingers. The belly soft still. The caressing of that blanket underneath your mid-back. The legs long and extended, restful. Noticing that gentle breath. This ever so gentle sense of calm. Taking one more big breath in. Massive breath out. Gently bending one knee at a time, planting each foot down. We'll find one last gentle back bend, pressing through the feet and pressing that roll down to the low back. So just adjusting the roll so that it's just above the sacrum and it's just onto that lumbar spine. You may choose to keep the knees bent and the feet planted on the earth. Or you might decide to again extend those legs back out. A gentle touch for the hip flexors if you did. And if you ever felt a coolness washing over you, you're more than welcome to go and grab or add a blanket on top of you, or maybe even a light sweater. Coming into this shape again. An ever so gentle opening through the front body, the hips, the pelvis. As we gently ease our way deeper into the parasympathetic branch of our nervous system. That gentle cooling you feel is our body's natural response. As we move from the sympathetic or fight or flight part of our nervous system and to the rest and digest, we have this natural sense of cooling. Some of us get a gentle chill and need to cover up just a little more. Finding your way into this shape. Again, staying present to your gentle breathing. This gentle nourishment that we're indulging in here. Ever so gently taking one more deep breath in. Big breath out. One at a time, bending and planting that foot onto the earth. Again, as if you're moving through honey, no rush. Easily lift the hips up and slide that support out from underneath you. Gently lower the hips down and just come back to that constructive rest. Feet wide, knees knock in. Just allow that low back to find a reset. Coming up on our last and final shape, we will gently sneak that bolster underneath our knees. Finagling. If you don't want to lift the upper body, that's perfect. I'm going to let you choose. If you'd like the bolster to be a little higher, have it on its narrow edge and just let the feet fall. If that didn't feel right, you could always lower it down and just let the feet naturally fall there. Decide which one felt appropriate. Make any adjustments. Maybe a gentle wiggle of the hips as we slip our way into our final resting shape. I still have the support of the blanket under my head. You could too. Or if you'd like to take that roll and slip it gently underneath the head and the neck, that might feel good for you. Once you're there, easily make your way into this final resting shape. Corpse pose. Allowing yourself to stay easeful and calm. Our bodies are resilient things. Sometimes we need that little extra nudge to tap into what our bodies already know. To make our way back to homeostasis. To tap into that parasympathetic branch. If ever you wanted to stay a little longer, please do. If you're with me, take one more deep breath in through the nose. Gently sigh it out the mouth. ever so gently blinking the eyes open. Maybe bringing some gentle awareness as you wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers. Go ahead and take the arms up and overhead. Find a full body reach ever so gently. When you're ready, roll off to your favorite side. And only when you're ready, press your way up. We will say that is the official end today. I hope you leave feeling rested, calm, and free. Namaste.